after FlyQuest.
Yep.
Um,
Post
fell.
MSI.
Post MSI fall. I think they're still in. I think they're on the lower bracket.
No, I think they got bounced.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they lost I'm pretty sure they got swept their other 2 games.
Oh, because yeah, they didn't make the bracket. That's why I was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost
I was like
positive they're.
TL still in because they made the bracket because they
Yeah.
won the spring. Okay.
I set
Got
up these
that.
balloons and everything for FlyQuest.
Oh, that was.
No.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about Tommy J's first birthday.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Absolutely,
man,
absolutely.
It was a
wondering,
time.
like, what the hell are balloons?
It was a time. Yeah, we can talk Destiny. Bungie turned me down for an interview, so
No,
said they're too busy.
Rats.
Said they're too busy.
Too busy making a masterclass of a game right now.
Yep. Hold on, wait. Let me take this off. I'm sweating my ass off.
Yeah.
Just caught my
Yeah. We got that. We got right now there's some tournaments going on. It's like an AT&T tournament or something. AT&T Annihilator Cup. I mean, this is crazy. So 4 games. Okay.
Let me see. Where are the Celtics at right now? Celtics winning still? It's hot in this office.
Yeah.
Tied.
So have you seen
54 all?
Have you seen this AT&T Annihilator Cup thing going on right now?
I saw Jake Lucky tweet about it, but I don't really know what it is.
So apparently it's 20 streamers. I think it's $250,000. I think the first week was Battle Royale. This week is League of Legends. And like Dr. Lupo's captain of a team, Sketch is playing. Halfway through the game, he's asking what the buttons do. And there's one issue, there's one glaring issue, is that Double Lift is one of the streamers. So at one point, he was 20-1.
No
In one of the
fucking
games.
way.
And he's just styling on him. So I think Street Fighter is next week, and then I don't know what the 4th game is, but
That's unbelievable.
yeah, it's interesting. It's cool. I've never seen this before.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay. Oh wait, Poe Belcher's in it. He's an ex-pro, so hopefully they're on different teams. I'm guessing. Oh, and then May 23rd, Counter-Strike 2. That'll be cool.
Hell yeah.
That'll probably be the best watch for a competitive game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh man.
Hold on 1 sec. I gotta just tweet this out.
You're good. I mean, there are so many people watching League of Legends right now. Summit's playing as well. Oh man, I mean, this is sick.
That's awesome. They gotta get Destiny 2 Trials of Osiris in there,
If I honestly think Destiny could be a competitive game, but they would have to add major cooldowns to the abilities or something like that. Like they would have to rework the abilities to some degree.
Oh yeah.
And I think it'd really work.
It's definitely not a serious PvP title right now. Did you play any of the new? Well, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
But if you played any of the new maps are good. They feel like serious PvP maps.
Yeah.
And they have like the 3v3 mode in them and stuff like that. So, dude, my hair's looking gray, bro. Why didn't anybody tell me I was looking fucking old?
Too much sun recently. Too much sun.
Yeah, I mean, listen, sorry for partying. LD said, did somebody say something? I zoned out. No, we haven't even started the show yet.
Yeah. What's up, boys? What's playing the new Nintendo World Championship game coming out? What's the Nintendo World Championship? Is that like it's like a Wii Olympics game?
I think so. Yeah. No, I think it's like. Didn't they have one of those before? It's like a speed running type deal. Didn't they have a Nintendo World Championships like event? This match. Same
Apparently,
color green.
oh, there we go. Green on green. I like that. That's cute. What is that? Is that a Masters hat? Bad Birdie Masters hat? That's sick.
Amateurs.
That's really good.
All right. Let's get it popping here. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we're going to be talking about FlyQuest post MSI presser. We're going to be talking about Destiny 2 right around the corner. Final shape is upon us. Bungie refusing an interview spot, but we'll get them next time. We're getting all the homies on there, so they got to come on. They got to come on sometime. They can't keep us at bay that long. And we have the AT&T Annihilator series, which is pitting some very unlikely creators and esports personalities against each other, and we absolutely love to see it. All that and more on yet another sensual, just exponentially handsome, more handsome than it was last week, and even more handsome than it's going to be next week, edition of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Let's fucking ride. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. Your boy, Papa Don. We're back live, direct, and handsome. It's episode 388? 387? 388? I can't do this every week. I got to keep track of the episodes at some point. But then I feel like the shtick will be over. So, if you're listening to this now, FlyQuest is no longer in MSI. It was a tough go of it, but we're gonna come back. We will be back. We're focused on summer. We are on to the summer split, and then we are on to Worlds after that. Some might say, some have said, if they had got the job done in the spring split, they'd still be in it. Liquid is still in it.
Yep.
But listen, we can't deal in the past. We have to move on. We're on to Cleveland. We're on to Cincinnati. As the greatest coach in NFL history once said, we're on to Cincinnati. So
Don't let us win one.
Don't let us win one. They did.
They did.
But none after that.
Not after that.
Tiggy, how are you? Wait,
I'm doing well, Dom.
Wait. Whoa. What the fuck are we talking about? What if people don't know who you are?
Oh.
What are we talking about right now? If you hear a motherfucking bald eagle and fireworks popping off when you come down, you see a monster truck, you see the Gravedigger coming with Hulk Hogan playing a guitar in the back of it, playing I Am a Real American, then you already know it couldn't possibly be the Brawny Man. It couldn't be Paul Bunyan. It couldn't be Thomas Jefferson or George Washington, but it is Uncle Sam's very own representative amateur golf phenom, the Pedro Sanchez of military-based softball. Uncredentialed MLB analyst and streamer, and a suspiciously realistic MLB The Show commentary man on Twitch.tv, only streaming with the express written permission and sanctions of Major League Baseball. One lucky, maybe two lucky Jinx cosplayer's future husband, Tiggy. What the fuck is good?
That was fantastic. I'm always super impressed with the intros, and I know you don't write them down. I know they just come right off your head, and that's like one of your powers you've been given by the higher lords. But sometimes it's very similar, and then all of a sudden, boom, a little switch up, a little switch foot. Right headphone, then left headphone, a little switch.
Got to zig when they zag.
Meant to live for so much more. Yeah, so that was fantastic. I'm fired up to be here. I just recently had an Air Force test that I just got done with yesterday, and I was like studying for weeks and weeks, and basically that's the only way you get promoted, and i.e. more money in the military is if you pass this test, and you got to be higher than so many people. So I think I did a better job than last year. Hopefully I did well, but now I can finally relax and get to some things that I need to get to anyway. So a big load off my chest and my back. I don't know where the load was, but it was kind of everywhere. So excited to be here, fully engaged. Not that I wasn't, but now like full energy ahead, and I'm just excited. That's see you later, done with.
Love it. So how did you do? Did you find out yet or no?
No, so we don't find out because so the scoring, I think I did pretty well, and you get extra points for doing a good job the year before and stuff, which I kind of earned this year, which helps me out. But they only take a certain percent, whether it be like top 10%, top 15% or something. The scale kind of changes by year on what the needs of the Air Force are. So the testing period is anywhere from May to end of June, and I won't find out until August, I believe, sometime in there. The list will get released via Reddit, and I'm gonna be digging real quick and find it real quick, and then I'll either be happy or sad, but it's not gonna. Life will go on regardless. But I hope I get it. I want to win.
I want you to win too. If you're in first, you're last. Mm-hmm. So now, does it depend on like, is it like, all right, if you're higher than a certain percentile, we just give you more money, or like, is it if you place in this percentile, you get X amount of a raise. If you place in this percentile, we give you X amount of a raise. This percentile, we give you X amount of a raise. What is is it like a binary thing? Like it's like you either get a raise or you don't, or is it the better you do, the more money you get?
So that's a good question. It's all binary. So basically, if you reach the threshold, you get promoted to the next rank, which is staff sergeant, and obviously you get responsibilities, et cetera, but you also get a pay raise, and which is good career progression, yada yada yada. You're basically a supervisor now. The only thing is I might not stay in the military regardless at the end of next year. So who knows, but because my contract ends next year, but regardless, I still want to do really well on this test. I think it would be cool to say like, hey,
good on your resume,
I made it. It does look good on the resume. But again, if not, it's not going to rule my life. Life will go on.
True.
But I think everyone needs to have some sort of edge where it's like, you still want to win. Like I don't want to lose. I think that's such a loser mentality and be like, oh, I don't really care. It's like, I still care. I still want to win and do my best.
That's a good point. That's a good mentality to have. And I definitely needed that, Tiggy, because I feel like, for the past couple weeks, I've been like, all right, I got to get this shit done. Like, I just kind of got to do it. But I feel like I haven't really been like, I probably should just, like, I know for a fact that I could probably just kill this if I really wanted to. But I haven't really had that like killer instinct recently. But I think you kind of put that into perspective for me. So that's how I'm gonna bring, not tomorrow, but Monday. I'll bring it on Monday. Tomorrow is gonna be yet another, come sail away with me type day. But Monday, we're putting balls on foreheads. So
absolutely.
But we're back doing it live and direct. And let's talk a little. Let's do a little weekend recap.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
We lit!
My son's first birthday party. I got the balloons to prove it. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Bang!
Got the balloons to prove it. There's
Big
balloons. This office smells wild. You can't even imagine having this much latex in this office for the last like 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
This office smells like a condom factory.
Yeah.
Not
that anyone would know what that smells like, but
no, but I have a pretty good idea of the way it probably would smell, and it's kind of getting nauseating at this point. I gotta like open the windows during the workday, but yeah, baby's first birthday. It was a great time. Had probably the biggest party I've ever thrown. Chris and Bob stopped by for a little bit. That was great to see them. But Chris was like the last one to leave my house, as is normally tradition whenever we get together, to the point where I was like, you need to get the fuck out because I want to go to bed. So I'm like, we've been up since 6 a.m, setting up this party, being in the sun all day, couple beers, like just a few. My wife was like in bed and she's like, are your brother and Chris like leaving anytime soon? I'm like, I'm trying. But no, it was great to see them. I was so excited to see everybody. And, we put out like 7 contractor bags worth of trash. Probably would have made a mortgage payment if I had just recycled all of them or like took them to a Coinstar or something like that. But
Yeah.
you know, it was just a lot. And yeah, Marco said my friend's son also had his first birthday party and he just popped them all. I didn't have the heart to do that because we spent so much fucking money on all these decorations that I'll just let them deflate. I couldn't even possibly. And also it terrifies my dog, so I just can't do it. But all good things. Been grinding Destiny 2. I finished all the Brave Weapon quests for Into the Light.
The question is, how did Iron Banner go?
Okay, so last week I came to a stark realization that I had a lot more games to win than I thought I did, and it got to the point where like Friday night, my wife was like, "All right, baby's in bed. I'm going out with the girls for a little bit. What are you gonna do?" And I'm like, Iron Banner. You know, the Iron Wolf, the wolves are howling, and I went 2-8 in 10 games.
tough.
Brutal losses. I was tilting so bad. I was ready to uninstall the game. I had just played so much. I had like 35 wins over the past few days, and then I got to like grind time, and I was so burnt out. I was so like just toast from. I couldn't hear a capture point again, so it wasn't good. But I kind of gave up when I realized that the win progress does carry over to next season. So it's not like I won't have another chance. I thought that all my progress is going to get reset, and that's why I was grinding it so hard. Because otherwise, I wouldn't care. But I only have one thing left to do, and that is to get 30 wins or something the next time Banner comes around, which will happen. That's perfectly reasonable to do. But I took the pressure off of myself when I realized that it wouldn't get reset. So instead, we just did a bunch of exotic quests. I'm like cleaning out a bunch of like the catalyst quests and stuff in my inventory, trying to make room for whatever the final shape is going to bring in a couple of weeks. So, but what about you? What was your weekend like? How's things going in Tiggy World?
Things are going great over here. I'm sad to hear about the Iron Banner. That's fantastic. It's going to come back and the progress sets. That's the issue that I don't like. I know we're going to talk about Destiny soon, and I have been playing a little Destiny as well, just on the PvE side. But the PvP can be so excruciating.
Yeah.
Like if you're not in 6-man, if you don't know the objectives, and honestly, a lot of people don't care about the PvP because they don't like the PvP. So they solely go in and just try to get the engrams. They're not actually trying to win.
Yeah.
So it's infuriating not only for yourself when you see that, but then it's like you pair it up against 6 guys that are all about it and just dummying you. And it's like, it's demoralizing. So for that, completely feel for you and stuff like that. Other than that, I've been playing a little Destiny. I've been playing a little League of Legends. I say a little bit because I'm going to send you something on Discord here.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
if anyone's ever seen OffGG, where you can see like your history of the games and stuff, I'm going to send it right now. And we're going to get Don's reaction.
Oh, man. Just looking at the thumbnail. Oh.
So, OffGG is just a website that tracks your wins and losses and shows like how well you played and stuff. And what color or what would you say is happening on that screen on just a glance, Don?
I would say that there's lots of warm colors.
Lots of warm colors.
Not a lot of cool colors. We're looking at a lot of... I'm seeing a lot of zeros. I mean, one of these you had 27 assists. I mean, you were definitely bagging them up in that game in a loss too, which sucks.
Yeah.
So that is brutal. That is brutal.
So I have officially
I don't see any Jaime. Also, I don't see any Jaime in these.
No Jaime. I'm trying to play the competitive meta. I'm trying to fit in. I'm trying to play, the champs that I think and my teammates think we need to win.
Yeah.
And who's to say maybe they're not the right shot caller? Maybe I need to be shot calling myself. Maybe might be a little team gap. Maybe we're losing in drafts on some other roles. Who's to say? Either way, I am officially retired from Ranked League of Legends until I believe it's May 15th when the split sets again. Basically because I am now at Gold 4-0 LP. And I'm holding on to gold rewards. I'm camping gold right now.
Yeah.
Many people said I should have camped platinum months ago when I hit it very quickly. Many said it, but I wasn't going to give in. And now look where I'm at. Look where it's taking us. So
That is brutal.
I will end the season in gold. And then next season, we're all having all new items. Heimerdinger's going to be back. New burn item. And then Zyra's going to be OP again as well. And I'm thinking about jumping into some Nautilus. So I've been working some kinks. I've been playing a lot of normals, playing some ARAMs, still keeping active, and trying to have some fun with it while I can, because ranked will commence actually next week. The split will be over. So
The misery will return.
misery will return. I like that.
The pain comes in cycles and it comes in waves.
Yes, we will be back. The pain is coming. Don't worry. And so I've been doing a little bit of that. Been playing a lot of Among Us with a group of buddies online, and we have face cams on, having a lot of fun with that. And I never played Among Us in the big hype.
Yeah.
So
Me neither.
I'm like pleading plausible deniability, and they're like, Tiki, what were you doing? I'm like, I was doing this task, and they're like, you're not even in the right spot. I'm like, yeah, I don't know actually where to go. I don't know. There's no controller support. I don't know what to actually do in this game. So, but it's kind of cool. It's like Moth Hater screaming the whole time.
Love that.
I did make a purchase yesterday though.
Oh?
I did make a purchase yesterday, and I am now back to console gaming.
Wow. Console boy. What's good? What drove the decision behind this? It's a big life move.
So there's only one thing that drove the whole decision, and that is that NHL is not on PC.
Aha.
And I played hockey. My brother played hockey. Gerber played hockey all his life and stuff like that. So all the guys we play video games with either are big hockey fans or used to play hockey. So we used to play the club mode where all of us choose a position and we have, 6 buddies. We're all, left defenseman, center, goalie, and you just have a fucking blast.
Yep.
And this is the only sports game that isn't on PC, which sucks because now everyone's on PC. So I was like, you know what? My brother, my cousin, and one of their friends had an Xbox and they've been playing, and I've been watching them play, and I'm just getting so jealous. And I'm like, it's infuriating. So I literally bought an Xbox after my test yesterday. I played until 1 a.m. last night, I think.
Feels
and
good.
Just had an absolute time. It was so fun. It was so fun to play, and it just felt like the old times. It felt like the old times. It was so cool. And yeah, I love it. It was so simple to set up. And now I'm excited I have this Xbox because of NCAA football coming out in the summer.
Let's go.
So
Dynasty.
we can do a little Dynasty mode still with that, and I'm excited for that. That'll be super cool. As well as NHL was completely free on Game Pass as well.
I wonder if,
so I
wonder if NCAA
was stoked
will
for
be
that.
for Game Pass Ultimate too, because they have
That'd
all
be
the
cool.
EA games on there. I'll play it.
Yeah. So I think that'd be really cool. A lot of us are from West Virginia, but I think it'd be so cool to do like a Dynasty mode with NCAA football where you literally get, let's say there's 20 people across, all these friends and stuff like that, 20 people, and you draft a team.
Yeah.
And by draft a team, you pick a school is what you're going to do. And you just play like a game or two a week against someone whenever you have the time. I think it'd be incredible.
Hell yeah. I'm totally down. I will definitely get it. I mean, I haven't bought a sports game since PGA, and before that, the last sports game I bought before PGA was like Madden 05. So looking forward to that. That'll be sick. And yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody and their mother's going to be going to get that game because it's the first college football game in 10 years now. So yeah, pumped about that. Well, welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the. Now, are you playing on your couch, or do you have it hooked up to your same monitors, or what?
Hooked up, same monitor. Yeah, the only thing is you can't stream via Discord via like the shared monitor because it only does the PC. So, and the thing is I don't have a headset that can go into the Xbox, I don't think.
Yep.
Because I don't know where my little dongle mic thing is here. So I'm gonna get a new headset anyway. I'm about to move next week anyway into a house. So I think, and we're gonna have like
New
people,
studio.
new studio. We're gonna have some people probably in like one room with a couple setups and stuff. So this mic won't play because it's gonna pick up too much audio. So I need one with like an actual mic.
Yep.
So whenever I get that, I'm gonna make sure it's Xbox compatible. So then I'll be able to do that. But
Hell yeah.
super excited.
Something else to be excited for. Also, good night, Q. Kiss on forehead. Something else to be excited for. The AT&T Annihilator Cup which started earlier this week. I just saw the cup getting tweeted about a couple days ago, and then you had mentioned it today. Pretty amazing, and it's kind of crazy that more people aren't talking about it. But if you don't know what it is already, the Annihilator Cup is 20 content creators and pro gamers, four different games across 4 weeks. So last week was Fortnite. This week is starting today was League of Legends. Next week is Street Fighter 6, and then the final week on May 23rd is Counter-Strike 2. We have a pretty star-studded roster. There's a couple of creators on here that I know. There's some that I don't. Some names that stick out to me. Sweet Tales is on here. Summit 1G is on here. Sketch, Lyric. Who else is on here? We got Double Lift, Dr. Lupo, BoxBox, Agent 00. Pretty incredible roster of people. There's 20 creators in total. And I think it's pretty funny because Double Lift, who is one of the only actual like pro gamers on that list, is running away with the entire tournament. They had a league. The league was this week, and he went 34. He had 34 kills and 6 assists.
That's a hell of a stat line for League of Legends.
Yeah. So he was absolutely shitting on people. First place wins 50 grand. It's a massive prize pool, actually. First place 50 grand, second place 30 grand, third place 20 grand. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Even if you come in dead fucking last, you get $3,000 just for showing up, which is pretty cool. So, I wonder what the Fortnite. Let me see the leaderboard. Let me look at the leaderboard here and see if I can see the Fortnite one. I can't see it. I don't know if they like switched it out or whatever it is. Yeah. But pretty cool stuff. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool stuff. What are your thoughts on the? And you got Captain Flowers doing some of the doing the league commentary, which is amazing. So love to see that. But what do you think about the Annihilator Cup?
I think it's cool, and like you said, I didn't really see a lot of media. I saw it from Jake Lucky as well today, and I'm like, what the heck? But then I did remember seeing a clip last week of Sketch, and he was playing Fortnite, and I saw a bunch of clips of saying like Sketch just started a $250,000 tournament accidentally.
Yeah,
and,
that's so funny.
So this is that. This is that tournament. We got like Mongrel, who I believe was a Fortnite pro, and Mr. Savage as well. Which back in the day, I don't know if they still play Fortnite, but they're probably sick at that. And then Summit. I feel like Summit. Whoever has Summit is probably in a good spot because he plays so many games, and he was playing the league a couple weeks ago. I saw.
Yeah, he's pretty
I don't know if he was preparing for this. Very well-rounded gamer, plays CS a lot too. So I'm interested to see how he'll do overall with his team.
Yeah.
Like you said, the double lifts on a League of Legends game is pretty unreasonable. This guy is legit still a challenger. He played professionally last year, and I know he retired like 3 times. I don't know if he's actually gonna play again, but people were kind of aiming, maybe he'll come back. There was a clip today where Dr. Lupo was kind of inspiring his team with the speech and stuff like that. And I think Sketch is on his team. And it was a sick clip. So definitely go watch that clip if you haven't, with Dr. Lupo talking about inspiring his League of Legends team. And I believe they're playing Double Lift, which
the best motivational speech. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah. Jake Lucky may have tweeted out as well, but super cool they're doing this. Captain Flowers is doing the commentary, who's a professional LCS and just League of Legends esports commentator. So super cool. And I think there just needs to be more fun tournaments where it's not professionals of their game. Like mixed and matched, I think, is a lot more fun for the viewers as well. I mean, Sketch was 12 minutes into the game and he was asking his captain, he was like, what are the buttons? Q, W, E, and R? And they were like, yeah. And he was like, okay, and which one's best?
Oh my God.
And the other guy, I don't know who he was like, literally just spam them. That's what League of Legends is. You just spam those buttons.
Yeah, just spam. That's fine.
And as he's doing it, the commentator, you can hear the commentator in the back and the commentator saying, and you have Sketch, but luckily he's on a champ in a role that isn't very or isn't really needed at all. So, and he's playing like Jana support or something like that.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they probably just like stuck him in support. Like they, stuck me in left field when I was in Little League. They were like, you know what?
Yeah.
Pick all the dandelions you want, kid. Just have a great time. Nobody's hitting the ball over there. So, yeah,
sick.
I mean, unreal. I mean, there's something for everybody here. I love to see this. It kind of sucks that there wasn't more coverage for this. So AT&T, if you're listening to this, by all means, get us involved. We'll be the official podcast of the 2025 AT&T Annihilator Cup. Because this is great, and it's bringing together lots of different creators from different backgrounds, a lot of different, very, very diverse cast. And there's definitely a different type of streamer for everybody in here. So whether you're watching esports or just kind of variety streamers or cosplayers or whatever, there's a representative kind of. So whoever put this roster together did a great job.
Yeah.
And then you get Dr. Lupo, who eclipsed $16 million for St. Jude. So big shout out to Dr. Lupo, man. Dr. Lupo has raised $double-digit million for St. Jude Children's Hospital, him and his community. He's been raising money for them for so long. And, but to have him go into the $15 million territory from one guy and his community, powered by video games, obviously, was really something else. So congrats to Dr. Lupo and shout out to his community for helping to drive that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's incredible. And obviously I wouldn't say he got popularity by playing with Ninja, but I mean, definitely that friendship definitely helped him propel a lot of it. But he's such a good guy, and like he's doing all this for St. Jude, but then he is absolutely hysterical as well on top of that. Not that it's like a different personality, but he's funny, but then like he'll have streams where he's cussing and just being a normal person as well. Yeah. And it's very funny, very good at video games. And he also is big in the Destiny community as well, which is super cool as well. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely well-rounded as we would say.
I mean, definitely a very, when you talk about people who have a wide variety of games under their belt, I absolutely love to see that. And, it's just great. And yeah, so the Annihilator Cup is awesome. Love to see this. The roster is cool. The games are, again, there's something for everybody here. Really looking forward to seeing how this Counter-Strike week goes, because I think just like League, it's not like one of those games that you can just kind of like fumble your way through. Like if you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to get shit all over. And Fortnite, it's like, all right, Fortnite is Fortnite. Street Fighter, I feel like you can even like button mash a little bit, but it's going to be tough sledding once we get to the Counter-Strike portion of the tournament.
Yeah. I think a lot of the PC gamers will be all right, but I'm just thinking, I'm thinking solely of Sketch, and he plays Madden on controller. So he's struggling with League of Legends. I can only imagine a shooter that's mouse and key.
Oh my God.
It's going to be, there's probably going to be odds of like plus 20,000 of Sketch getting a kill in a game.
God.
You know what I mean? So
100%.
So that'll be cool to see. But like you said, not enough coverage. This would be sick. And I wish there was more of it. I mean, all we're seeing is from Jake Lucky, and he might be the only one following the account because he's the only one clipping anything. So
that's insane. I would love to. I'm gonna have to follow Jake's coverage of it more often throughout the week, because I want to see some more clips from that. And yeah, like I said, AT&T, if you're listening, I'm just saying.
I'll switch coverage right now on my phone. I'm not against it.
Let's do it. Well, great stuff there. We gotta go. We gotta hit the emotional roller coaster. We gotta go down a little bit. We gotta go down.
No.
Tiggy, you want to tell us what happened at MSI, or there are things still happening, but what has transpired?
Things still happening, but most of NA, unfortunately, our run has ended. It's very unfortunate how it all went out, because we had a great conversation with Mark.
Yeah.
Fantastic episode.
Yeah.
And we were so high. Oh, we were above the clouds, higher than Icarus.
Yeah.
I mean, we were touching God up there. We
were touching index fingers with God himself. Absolutely, we were riding a high.
And I stayed up and I watched the first game, and I mean, it was wild how quick it went.
It was like 17
considering
minutes.
considering this was a team that I'm gonna say we as FlyQuest fans had beaten already.
Yeah.
And we had just went through a quick defeat of T1, but it's like, hey, it's T1.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Right. What
It's
can you
defending
do?
world champs.
Yeah.
So, it's Faker internationally. It's a whole different beast. We'll take down PSG again. I mean, there's no Mbappe. I mean,
Right.
what are we worried about? And yeah, it was. I mean, hand up. I mean, we got our complete asses kicked. I mean, it was a slaughter on the battlefield. The Nexus went down quicker than I thought could even be possible.
I did not know
And-
that was mechanically possible.
No, I thought there were still shields until a certain point, and yeah, I mean, it was insane. And we win big and we lose hard, and that just wasn't our day. That wasn't
true.
our day.
It's true.
And I think now we kind of know where we stand. I think we played very well nationally, and we were like, hey, let's see what happens. We got a little taste. We got a win under our belt too, and then faced the Giants, got knocked down, and I don't think we got fully up after that.
Yeah.
So I think it's good experience. We can take that into next split. I think the team's going to be all right. I think many people are making way over exaggeration, saying like this team's broken. It's like this team lost
Any
three
team-
games all spring.
Yeah. Any team is going to look broken against some of the greatest to ever play the game, to ever pick up a mouse and keyboard, period. So, yeah, I mean, we lost the same amount of games at MSI than that we lost all spring. So,
Yeah.
I mean, let's give it a break here. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. You had Whippo, who was letting the tears flow a little bit, showing some humanity. I, was feeling a little emotional myself. But yeah, that loss to T1 was absolutely demoralizing. We came up against PSG in the lower bracket and got 20'd by them. And, I mean, the team, I think, just mentally was broken after the T1 loss, because I think, you, like you said, I mean, you kind of know where you stand. And granted, do I think that they're a better team than PSG Talent? 100%. I 100% agree. Think that they are better than PSG, but I think that they were definitely just kind of noodled after that loss to T1. And it's a young team. It's only like their third split ever playing together as a fivesome. We got to cut them some slack because they still have a lot of rapport to build. I don't think that there are any glaring holes in the team or whatever that need to be changed. This is a team that could have and should have won spring and LCS. Probably could and should win summer and punch a ticket to Worlds. And this experience is only going to make you better. You gotta grow from it. And how they show up in summer is going to be the true verdict of how MSI went. I don't think we can say how MSI went for FlyQuest until we know how they perform in summer. If they come out and they look limp and they look demoralized and stuff, all right, maybe we got to make some changes. But if they come out swinging again and they continue to dominate NA, then we're going to be just fine. We just got to continue growing.
I like that.
To make matters worse, a couple days ago, Liquid got 30'd by Top Esports. Just a tough showing for NA. And then they have their next and hopefully not final matchup on Saturday at midnight against Fnatic. So Fnatic, I don't think, has lost a match yet.
Nope.
They lost to Top Esports too.
They lost to I think Genji. I think they lost to Genji 2 days ago. Because I stayed up and I think I watched it.
They beat GAM. They're going up against. They also got 30'd by Genji. There we go. So now we have Fnatic versus Liquid, and then we have Genji versus Top Esports, and then I believe the winner of both of those will go on to play. Oh no, the losers will play PSG, and the winners will play Bilibili, I think. If I'm not mistaken, the bracket kind of looks weird on the Riot website.
Yeah, Bilibili plays. Bilibili played PSG yesterday. I think Bilibili won Game 5 with them, and Bilibili's very good. They were like a top 4 team last Worlds.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So Bilibili's 3-. They're 1-0. They won out of there. So I think the losers maybe play PSG and Bilibili, or no, because the losers, it's double elimination. So the losers are out.
Yeah.
Right. So it would
PSG.
be
Yeah, PSG I think's out now. Billy's, I think, lower bracket with T1, I think.
Yeah. So that's a 12 and 5 a.m. And then, and then we get a whole nother week of matchups. So there might be, maybe it's a different, I don't know how the format is for like kind of the second portion of MSI, but it sucks seeing FlyQuest exit so early. You know, you got to just, again, you got to grow from it. You got to learn from it. And like, I hope that they take as much out of this as they did with their kind of boot camps in Korea and stuff like that. I mean, they got the boot camp of a fucking lifetime going up against T1, who are still like world-beating status and also defending world champions. I mean, you're playing against arguably the greatest League of Legends roster ever assembled. And I mean, you're playing against the 96 Bulls in 96. You know, like, they're still there. They just won their fucking fifth world title.
T1, I think it was Faker's 4th.
Yeah. So
and when they don't win, they're in the top 2 or 4. You know, so
So tough go of it. You know, any closing thoughts on MSI, Tiggy? What are your kind of what are your takeaways?
So my takeaway is, I mean, like you said, I think this team's going to be all right. Like Mark said last week, that the team really vibes together. They spend a lot of their time off screen and off practice together. You know, they're in it inside and outside of practice, literally becoming friends. And I think that camaraderie isn't seen a lot in esports, mainly because a lot of it's online nowadays. So I do love that, you know, they're close by. I do love that it is in person. I wish it wasn't in Los Angeles, but I love that it's in person. Yeah. And they're able to just become friends. I don't know if they have a team house or something. Like, even that old school team house vibe is so cool to me. So I think they're going to be all right. I wish I completely forgot, and I should have asked Mark, but there was leaks about stuff kind of get tweeted out that people were thinking it shouldn't have been tweeted out. But League of Legends is going to be in the Esports World Cup this summer in Saudi. And someone tweeted, I forget who, but was like, FlyQuest, because they went top 2, they will be at Saudi for whatever World Cup of Esports and stuff. So that'll be exciting. And I think, like you said, just the international experience helps them, because this is a beast that these 5 together have not seen. You know, Busio didn't make Worlds last year on 100T, and I don't even think they made MSI last year. He's a super young player. Masu, rookie, hasn't seen anything like this. Jensen has, but to not much success. You know, Bwipo is an old pro just coming back. Inspired has been overseas. He's played EU. He's won MVP over there and stuff. So he's been around. So together, these 5, just the more and more experience they get, and as long as they keep sticking together, totally. I mean, there's no end. There's no end to them. So.
Oh yeah, no.
I think that'll be really cool.
I would 100%. The more international experience you get, the better. And you know, listen, I don't care if we have to go up against these top teams again and again and get our hearts broken again and again. I mean, steel sharpens steel, just like we said to Mark last week. You know, the only way you're going to get better is by playing better competition, and you know, you gotta just learn from it and just kind of take as many shots as you can, and keep growing. You know. Yeah.
I do think next split, I think they're doing it in China, and I believe we as NA are going to incorporate as well. I forget what the draft is called, but let's say FlyQuest picks Nautilus Kai'Sa in the bot lane first game.
Yep.
They cannot play Nautilus Kai'Sa the rest of the match, the rest of like the best of 3. So I forget what that's called, but I believe that's being incorporated possibly into LCS next split. So if that continues and if that moves to international stage, I think that's going to make it very interesting, because I stayed up and I watched the Gen G, Gen G Fnatic game.
Yep.
Fnatic was actually up in kills for 2 of the games, but Chovy was playing Aurelion Sol, which is an ever-scaling freaking champion, and he's probably the best to ever play it, because he just doesn't die. He hits a button, and you just get unlimited CS. It's ridiculous, and it's broken, and just, oh my god, that rework's crazy. But that just kind of sprung them back to win the game every time. So it'll be interesting. It's like you get one Aurelion Soul game. Are you going to use a game one to kind of get that advantage for the automatic win? You're going to save it in your pocket for the end. But if you save it, maybe they get first pick and they pick it, you know? So I do think every team, like if we would pick Kai'Sa Nautilus, the other team can play Kai'Sa Nautilus as well.
Yep.
But you can only play it once. I forget what the draft name's called, but that might be incorporated into LCS and maybe international play, which
I
is
thought
cool.
they were trying to do that last. I thought they were trying to do that last split. Maybe they put it off because I think that was a part of the LCS kind of like State of the Union changes that they were doing this past season.
Maybe there were talks, but with like one, I guess it was only best of one too, so you can't even do anything.
Yeah. That's right.
But now it's best of three. It's possible. I know China in the LPL, they have said they're doing it next split, which I'm like, that's fucking cool. Make it standard.
Yeah.
Make multiple people, because I think that helps FlyQuest, because I think their champ pool is really, really big.
Yep.
And it might be too big for the current meta where you play in these international tournaments and all you're going to see is like Azir, Aurelion Sol, just like pocket picks that haven't really changed year to year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely
So-
mix it up a little bit. You know, I'm sure the viewers want to see more, different comps and different champs too. So, love to see that. Love to see that.
Yep.
Give me all the dynamic changes. Make it as exciting as possible. I'm down. Speaking of excitement, final
You got
shape,
it.
less than a month away. Destiny 2 final shape.
It's coming up.
Less than a month away. We got we've been on the grind. Been grinding, gear grinding. How's the prep work going into the our final conflict with the Witness?
I mean, I'm just excited. I get on and I do a couple nightfalls. I get on and I try to do the King's Fall every week, just solely for a chance at the Touch of Malice. I'm still
man.
hoping deep down I can just get it. And
How many clears?
Like,
how many Oryx kills?
I think I'm on like I feel like I'm at maybe 15 clears in Destiny 2 technically, which probably isn't a lot, but I think the multiplier is only at 3 or 4 right now to get it. And the thing about the Touch Mouse is it's such a cool weapon. It's so well developed and how it
Yeah.
works. But outside of that raid,
It's
it
not.
doesn't even really have any relevance.
Not at all. Not at all. There was a time where like every day for like 3 weeks, I tried to run. I would like just look on the group finder for like Oryx checkpoint
Yep,
and run
just
it
to do it.
and like just to get the Touch of Malice. Is it daily or weekly? Is it once a week?
You get you get once a week per chance. I think per character or per like class.
Yes.
I think you can do it, but if it's the weekly thing, I think you get unlimited chances. I think
I
if
wonder
it's
what the
weekly.
drop rate is now. 'Cause maybe I'll try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think I still remember. I gotta watch a video to refresh the mechanics on like the call outs and stuff like that. But are people still running Divinity on it, or are they doing something else with it?
Not really. So mainly everyone's running, which again is awesome because it's the exotic of that season and stuff. Everyone's running Whisper of the Worm,
Oh, sick.
or
Okay.
i.e. the Black Spindle from Destiny 1 and
Yeah,
stuff.
I got my
And,
Whisper. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's cool, and it just became out craftable. And I went and I did I did like the.
Oh, I gotta
don't
do
know.
it.
I found all the spot for the ship and stuff like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
recently.
Is it worth it?
I think
Is
last
it worth
week.
it to do all the extra?
So it's super easy. I watched a video and the video was kind of confusing, but you can complete it in 20 minutes if you know where all those locations are. Like if I ran in with you, like we could do it within 20 minutes and you'll have all the aspects or whatever and get the ship really cool. And it's a cool ship. Absolutely. So I think it's very cool. And I think Destiny's so cool. Or I keep saying cool, but it's fucking sick
Yeah,
what
it is
Destiny
sick.
does. I
It
love
is
it. And the lore is cool. And I think that's really awesome. The Oryx, I just love that raid. It was the first raid I played in Destiny.
Iconic.
And this week, there's something with the Pantheon, which I don't even know what the Pantheon is. I think it's part of
Yeah.
the Onslaught mode.
It's like
but
a boss rush. It's like a greatest hits of all like these iconic bosses from Destiny, and I think it's like 4 or 5 of them. But now they added Oryx to the rotation.
yeah,
So Oryx is in there, and I think for the next 2 or 3 weeks they're going to add one more.
one more.
And I think it's like the full list is like 10 different bosses, which is awesome.
It's so cool, and especially because I think mainly that game is PvE, and I think people love the PvE and they love the boss. And this is really the only boss game that is FPS.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Yeah,
But,
no, I
like,
think you're right.
In my mind, I'm thinking of RuneScape and World of Warcraft and stuff, like bossing and stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, this is
So-
I mean, it's definitely a one of one type of experience, and you know, it's yeah, man. Now I want to do the Oryx fight again.
Yeah.
Now I gotta do
And
the
I want to
Oryx
do
fight.
that Pantheon Oryx because then at the end you can get the Adept weapons, which you can only get on the Legend
Yeah.
mode, which right now, probably because the light is inflated right now, you can probably do the Legend mode on Oryx and the light's probably only 1700. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So if you really want the Adept weapons, you could probably just do the Legend anyway, but the Adept weapons are so cool because they're, instead of white, they're black, and it's kind of like a cool trim. It looks sick. And
nasty.
the only thing I wish is that I wish in Destiny 1 they had an assault rifle in the Oryx pool. And it didn't make it to Destiny 2, which is unfortunate. But
I love the.
it was funny.
I still use the
Yeah.
machine gun and the scout rifle from the
yeah.
King's Fall raid. Then they have like the bone and like the muscle shit on it, and like just such a
It
cool,
looks so cool.
so fucking dope.
So good. The armor, I wish they would make the armor into an ornament because the armor looks absolutely unreal. It looks sick.
I use
but-
it all. I did all the threader things to have to get it. So I have that as like a transmog, because you know you can use the threads to make it an ornament, right?
I had no idea you could do that.
Dude.
What?
Yeah. What? You didn't know that?
I didn't know that at all.
Oh my god, Tiggy. So you
I
can-
could have been looking like little Oryx the whole time.
Yes, dude. So you go to the tower. Go to Ada. You know where Ada 1 is in the tower?
I have millions of those spindles. I'm maxed on spindles. I don't use them. I don't even know what I need them for. I have no idea.
Oh my god. The
I
second that
keep
we
trying
hop
to
off,
get more spindles, and it's like, you're full. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm full
we're
on.
hopping off in 15 minutes, and you're gonna share your screen out, and I'll show you exactly what to do. But yeah, you can you use those little spindle things, and then you create a what class are you?
Warlock.
Okay,
only.
so it's like synthweave thread, and you use the synthweave threads to it's one per piece of armor, and you can use it on any piece of armor, legendary or I think it's just only legendary armor, and you can make it into an ornament.
No way.
Yeah. So when you go to Ada 1, she has those bounties that's like do 8 games of Crucible and then kill 200 opponents with Arc. Every time
Yeah.
you complete that bounty, you get a thread, and then you take it to her little spindle and you turn it into a piece, like a little token, and those tokens can be used to transmog gear.
I mean, I'm speechless. I have no speech.
What the fuck is... You see that? What is going on with me? Is that my camera?
I don't know. Yeah, there's a flash. You all right?
I thought it was like a cop car outside, but... I don't see anything going on. Where that was even coming
I'm
from?
speechless as well for that. Dom's face was flashing for a split second. I don't know.
I was
what
getting
happened.
beamed up.
Probably because we're so speechless that I didn't realize that I could have been just making armor. And I watched this guy Fallout Plays that does a video every week about Xur, and he's like, and if you need it for the Fashionscape, and I'm like, I picked up the armor because I was like, oh, it's sick. I could be a Fusion War Call. And I'm like, there's no fucking ornament here. What's he talking about? And I just never looked it up. But you just changed the whole game. I'm getting 100 after this, and I'm going to my my Oryx gear, and I'm making ornaments, and I'm gonna look like fucking Oryx now.
Yeah,
I'm
and
pumped.
the hive gear. I'm looking at the set now. It's sick. That's a sick set. Yeah, the hunter one. Yeah, so that's basically Oh man, I forgot. I gotta go put that back on my hunter. I took it off for a little bit, but I gotta put that shit back on. That shit, it's just too cool.
This has been Destiny for Dummies. I mean, this is unreal.
There you go, dude. I'm so glad that
Destiny's
I can teach.
so bad now.
I taught you something. I taught you something today. I taught Chris something today in Destiny. You know, so
yeah.
Come on. So we're gonna be. Listen, I need the whole gang looking good when we get into the final shape. I can't be running with no blueberries, and mismatched shitty armor. That was the first thing I showed Chris was how to use a shader, how to put a shader on his whole armor set.
Yeah, so you're matched up. I do know how to do that.
It's like in that same. It's like in that same menu.
It's that same thing. Oh, maybe there's just too much. Maybe there's too much on my screen on Destiny. There is. I will say, sometimes Actually,
too
when I had to find the ship, because you complete some sort of mission with the ship items, and then you accept it and you get the ship. And I'm like, where is this? Is it a triumph? Is it a challenge? Like, I don't know where to find anything on it. And sometimes you have to hit start. Sometimes you have to hit. Man, they need to fix the menu system. It needs to be vertical. I'm tired of sliding. I'm tired of sliding left to right, up and down, please.
Yeah,
please, up and down.
Just a linear type progression. Yeah, is what we need.
Yeah, something.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Let's listen to some voicemail, shall we?
Oh yeah.
617-701-WGG. Sorry, 617-701-7678. The WGG Internet Dad Sauce Line. Leave us a message. We'll listen to it live on the show, as long as it doesn't get us TOS. First and only caller this week. What do you got?
Hey boys, Coleman here. Wanted to leave a voicemail this week. I recently saw Todd Howard come out and say that he wants the Fallout games and Elder Scrolls games to come out at a higher rate of speed, and he also doesn't want them to take as long as they have. I think it's 13 years too late, but anyway, we aren't going to harp on that. My question to you guys is how much of this do you think boils down to Xbox kind of stepping down on them a little bit, saying, like, I kind of thought it was kind of crazy they didn't have anything prepared to release news-wise coincide with the show, some kind of remake, remaster, any kind of Elder Scrolls news. I thought that was a little bit crazy. I would just love to get you guys' insight and thought on that. Have a great week as always. Love you guys. Peace.
Thank you, Coleman, for the voicemail. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, right, like, I would love more Elder Scrolls and Fallout games. That would be fucking sick. I agree with what you said. I think it's about 13 years too late. It's one of those things, though, where, like, every time a Bethesda game comes out, I lose, like, a year of my life. So, like, when Skyrim came out, I didn't play anything else. And I missed out on, like, 20 games that came out in, like, the next year and a half. When Fallout 4 came out, I put like 60 hours in Fallout 4. Fallout 3, probably like 200 hours. So part of me is like, yeah, sure, fire some off. Maybe let's reduce that production cycle from like 10 years to like maybe 5, 7. But then again, I mean, they're already buggy as fuck whenever they come out. I do love Bethesda. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys. Kisses on foreheads. I love all of you, but they are buggy as fuck every time they come out anyway, so I don't see how they can rightfully do that. And also, I don't think anybody under the Microsoft umbrella is in any position to be making any sorts of, broad sweeping requests of their team because of how unstable things are over there anyway. But, Tiggy, what do you think?
So I heard a little bit about the question. The question was, do you think they should have
Todd Howard made some comments saying
remasters?
that they wanted. Todd Howard said like he wants to reduce the time between like Elder Scrolls and Fallout games because they come out like one every 10 years. So that he's trying to. He said that he want them to kind of like reduce that production cycle.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only pro to that would be, I don't know, like degenerate gamers that are only going to play that.
Yeah.
Like you kind of turn into when you play something like that. And I mean, it will keep the studio working on that, which could produce more jobs in the industry, which is always good. I don't know if it's needed, kind of like you said, because I feel like every time a new game of those come out, it's a massive success and a hit. Partly because it's been so long since the next one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone kind of jumps and dives back in. I do think it should, like, whenever a game, TV, or movie comes out, I do think they should have something, like, ready to go, because I think that can help catapult more success. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Maybe they didn't realize how success the Fallout show would be. But yeah, if they had like a remaster version or something like that ready to go, I think people would jump right on it, or totally. Like a massive update or something that would happen with coinciding with that. I think could be very lucrative and very cool. Cause I mean, we saw with Last of Us last week or last year. Obviously we don't know how far Fallout was already in that process and stuff, but
I think, I totally agree, and I don't think that we've seen any media really do that well where, like, a big blockbuster movie or TV show comes out and there's a video game to match it. Usually it's one or the other that comes first. Marvel's Avengers tried to do that, but it was like 2 or 3 years too late, and by the time it came out, the game stunk, and, the hype for the movies had died down, and Marvel was like kind of like cranking out, just kind of B projects. And also, I would like to say that I still would like to defend the single-player campaign of Marvel's Avengers. It was very good, and there was some great production value there. But the game itself, the live service-y aspects, stunk.
Yeah.
Diarrhea. But yeah, so no, I totally agree. It would be cool if, like, hey, I don't really have any desire to see an Elder Scrolls TV show. I think it's too broad of a world. Fallout at least has more of like a singular concept where it's like every game you're a guy coming out of a vault and like hilarity ensues. Elder Scrolls, it's like you're in a very specific region with a very specific conflict and like these big meta supernatural powers that are interfering. Fallout is a little bit more focused and a little bit more grounded because it takes place in the real world. Whereas Elder Scrolls, it might just kind of be white noise. It might just look like any other fantasy TV program. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see something like that, but I don't think we need it. I would much rather see more Fallout. I think it would just be more unique, and it won't just be like white noise. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. But
I think you hit the nail on the head there, honestly.
Did you finish the Fallout show?
So I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, I need to finish the Fallout show. And today even I was like, Dom's going to ask about the Fallout show. And I'm 4 episodes in. And I think there's 8, right?
There's 8.
8. So I'm halfway there. As a promise, I will have it done by next week. That's my homework for the week. I will have Fallout done by next week. I think enough time has passed.
Yeah.
Where we can talk fully about it. I do wish that, and I saw the Bears coming out this summer. I like the Bears. It's all right. It's all right. Super excited about that. But they're going to release all the episodes at once. And I think I like the weekly episodes.
Me too.
It's so much easier to
digest.
Way easier to digest. And it's like, okay, I only have to watch one episode. I can do one episode. I can commit an hour. I can do that shit easily. But when it's like 10 hours in 1 week and it's like, it's a little overwhelming and sometimes you get held back.
It's daunting. It's daunting.
Very daunting.
I'm right there with you. I think it's definitely daunting. I think that, it's tough to keep track of. But, if you have something that comes out once a week, 100%, dude, then you get to let it breathe. Let the story kind of like, just kind of be what it is. Like let the show marinate in your brain a little bit. I'm right there with you. I think all shows should be on that type of time, but that's just me. Yeah. But listen, hey.
I think.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say on top of that, I just think as well, because then we can talk about it weekly. People like media can talk about it weekly. You can talk about it at the water cooler in the office with your friends. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that builds more hype and builds just more marketing for the show as well that they can use. That's more firepower.
Yep.
Obviously, it's tough to fight for those TV spots and stuff, whereas you can just get a big Netflix contract and throw it on there. But Netflix does weekly shows and iterations like that too.
That's true.
As well, I'm pretty sure. So
they do.
I don't know. They can figure it out.
They do. If Netflix can do weekly shows and fucking live roasts, then there's no reason why Amazon Prime can't do that shit too.
Yeah.
All right, let's land the train.
Okay.
All right, Diggy, what do you got?
All right, 2 quick things. Big production value stuff. There's a old school RuneScape show kind of going on called Gielinor Games. Soup puts it on. It is backed by Jagex, which is the company of RuneScape.
Hell yeah.
So it's incredible that Jagex is pushing creator-esque like content and games. And I've heard Gielinor Games. I don't know what it is. It's legit like a reality TV show game where Soup hosts it. He's got all big he's got all big personalities of old school RuneScape, where like Torvesta, Solo Mission, Bodhi, Skill Specs, all these hilarious guys, and they bring in new people. And they did it was an hour episode, 18 people, hour episode. 1 person was eliminated.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if we're gonna have 18 episodes of this, But the production value on it was insane. Like they would cut to the little character and they would have like a one-on-one with the camera, kind of like a reality TV show and stuff. It was incredible. If you like video games, if you even have an interest in old school RuneScape,
I do.
And I would just put it on maybe when you go to sleep, and it is fantastic. Or even I think I watched. I couldn't step away from my computer. I was glued to it. I was like, this is incredible. So it's literally an hour reality TV show. They're uploading it weekly. And I think it's cool. Soup. And just all those old school RuneScape creators that are literally keeping the game alive is incredible. And the prize, I think, is like $15,000.
What?
Which is sick. I think it was like 15 billion, like old school money. But I think,
real money.
wait, hold on. Well, I'm trying to think. It's like billion, but I think billion translate to legit thousands of real life dollars. Not saying real world trading is a thing or allowed by any means, but it's like multiple thousands of currency, which I think is cool. So that's going on, as well as we've seen this in the past where it's these group of Halo guys that get together and have their yearly LAN, which I know you know about.
That's right.
They said, and Jake Lucky was helped promoting it and stuff like that. They're trying to go out to Vegas because it's their 20th anniversary of doing it. Halo 2 out in Vegas, and one man has stepped up to help run it pro bono to help with the coordinating of it, and it's Mr. Adam Apicella.
No shit.
He was like, I will get in there. I'll do it all volunteer based. I'd love to be a part of this. I can help you fucking set it up.
That is
Adam
incredible.
Apicella, founder of MLG,
Legend.
Esports Engine and stuff. Like,
Legend.
incredible. So he did that. Expose, which is a big was a Call of Duty creator. Now he does gambling on stake and stuff like shit. He has offered to fund the prize as well, which I think would be cool.
No
Obviously
kidding.
controversy about taking that money. So I think he was like, I'd love to help promote this and put some money towards it. How much you guys need? Who can put in contact? And he's, I guess, is in DMs with the guy. So we could have legit old school, just like 20 friends get together in Vegas for a massive prize pool, and Adam Apicella is gonna help run it. That's
fucking unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Imagine just having like a tradition like no other. And I mean, this is like, hey, our fantasy football league has been going for 30 years. We're having our 30th anniversary, and fucking Marshawn Lynch comes out of nowhere and is like, I want to bankroll the boys' trip to Vegas. Like, it's like an episode of The League.
Yeah.
But it's with Halo,
it's incredible.
so it's even better. That's fucking amazing.
It's so sick. And I wonder if they're going to allow like other teams, or if it's just going to be those guys go and do their own thing.
Keep it to them.
I hope it's just them.
You can't muddy the waters.
When big sums of money come into play, it's like, we can do it big. And those guys just want to have their good time with their buddies. They just want to do it a little bit bigger on Vegas, which is cool.
Hell yeah.
So
that's fucking amazing. I think keep the money in the family. Keep the stakes low. Keep it enjoyable. Keep it memorable. And maybe they spawn off something else separate, but like keep it there. But I'm sure there's people that are lurking. There's snakes in the grass lurking right now.
Like, let me play. And
Shut
up, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's their thing.
I don't want to see like
years.
fucking like a random celebrity guest or whatever. Like fuck that shit. As for me, nothing else. Nothing crazy. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/wickedgaming. Subscribe, rate, download, share with a friend. This has been episode 388 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We love you so much. And we'll see you next week.
Fight.